Let's get a quick take on how both retail customers and growers benefited from Colorado's marijuana tax holiday on Wednesday due to accounting error in state government. Patty Calhoun from Westward, you are our resident pot expert. What was this all about? I don't even know how the tax holiday, but it was a very happy day for pot growers and buyers in Colorado.
I'm going to put some words together that you usually don't hear in conjunction. Doug Bruce and pot. And so part of it is our budget, the state budget, because of Tabor, has certain limitations. And what wound up happening is the state collected more money last year than it anticipated. They didn't want to do it again. It's not that they got more from pot than they anticipated, but pot is what they have a control over. So we had the one pot tax-free day. It was on the transfer from wholesale to retail, 15% tax. But a lot of the retail sales turned that over gave that to their customers as a discount. So it was a big holiday in Colorado, which I'm sure we will celebrate from now on.
David Koppel from the Independence Institute and DU Law School. It sounds like a whole new batch of Tabor fans here being pot customers in Colorado.
If Tabor shines its sun on everyone equally. It's remember the sales tax, the regular sales tax of 2.9% at the state level and sometimes much more than that at the local levels. Those were still collected. So just on this one day, marijuana was treated like every other product rather than having the extra taxes. I think that the big issue will be the win-win that voters face in November when there's an issue about whether a huge amount of additional marijuana taxes. The voters will say either refund that money to us or the government can spend it on extra programs. And the voters will get to choose. Well, either way, there's all this extra money now because it's been brought out of the shadows and into a regulated and heavily taxed lawful status.
Eric Sonman, political analyst, what do you think of Colorado's big pot holiday?
Well, one of these days, Dominic, we have to go the other way around the table because Patty always gets the best lines, and the Doug Bruce one is obvious. All the potheads, all the dispensaries and stores in Colorado were toasting Doug Bruce last week. Maybe there's now a strand of marijuana being named in Doug's honor. I think that's
only right.
I think that would only be fitting. I guess the only other thing I'd note related to marijuana right now was Colorado's moment in the sun at the Republican debate, which I know we're going to talk about in a minute, but Colorado probably got more airtime in that debate than any other state, even though Chris Christie kept wanting to sing the praises of New Jersey, given every opportunity. But Colorado once again was the epicenter there, and that's a double-edged sword. I'm not sure John Hickenlooper and the economic development types who are crazy about that being our brand, but it is our brand these days.
And Susan Green, editor of ColoradoIndependent.com. Colorado's pot tax holiday was the best of both worlds for Coloradans. No taxes and discounted pot. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know that lots of pot users feel like the prices are so high that they're dissuaded from buying pot when there is a tax. But the fact that I think this figure came out around that event that day was that the pot revenues, tax of pot revenues, have exceeded revenues from alcohol. I think 70 million to 42 million, and I love that. I love that figure as a data freak, and I think it's kind of in and of itself worth celebrating.
Absolutely.